What was it like when the stalker first contacted you?
We got that first letter, and it came through my manager. It was sent to my manager, and it was already pretty vile from the start, but mild in comparison to what they would become. You know, he could be anywhere. He could be in the garage when we get in the car. He could be hiding under the car. He could be hiding in the car. He could be, as we go out our gate, he could be on the sidewalk. He could be at work following us home. He could be at her school. He called the school pretending to be her father, told her to stand outside in front of the school so that he could pick her up. 19 messages on the school answering machine saying, "I'll kill any student or teacher or administrator that gets in my way between me and Kaya." I mean, it was full-scale terror.
Hello, I want to leave a message for Kaya Callahan. My name is Freddie Krueger.
The nightmare began in 2007 while Eva was playing a DNA specialist and detective on CSI Miami. A man using the moniker Freddie Krueger started sending a total of 37 threatening letters to her.
I will stalk you, punish you, destroy you, and finally kill you. So you be prepared for my arrival.
They started coming fast and furious, and they escalated to become more and more depraved and more sickening. This all started when Kaya was 6, but by the time she was 8, the letters started coming and being directed at her specifically as well.
Dearest Eva, I think about you all the time. Once I you and your daughter, then I will kill you both. I am coming for you. No one can stop me.
We moved almost overnight. Within 3 days, we were gone from that house.
But I did know I had to always be aware and my head on a swivel. It took a sense of innocence from my life. It just felt like I was always being watched. Just absolute fear and panic. Like the speed, just realizing that you can't be quick enough. That now everything we've done, all the work that you put in for our security cameras, the gate, to make sure that we could be safe in this home and find some sort of safety in this, just crumbled. Everything just crumbled and was falling apart, and she was trying to fix it and put it back together with glue in a way that, you know, she couldn't, but she really did her best job, and we moved. And, but she's always been such like my safety person, even through this all on my rock, so, yeah.
I did not want her to be privy to that kind of depravity. And that kind of full body breakdown fear when somebody's saying these kind of things about what they want to do to you and to your baby girl. And the anxiety, and I didn't want to infuse her with that kind of anxiety, but at the same time, she ended up growing up with it.
You were kind of terrified all the time.
Yeah. And I feel it manifested in my anxiety, which I do deal with, and the terror just turned into panic and paranoia that I've just always dealt with. That's kind of what I've been working through ever since.
How heavy is that?
It's heavy, yeah.
That was heavy
it's
for me.
everything you try to keep your baby from ever feeling, right?
Yeah.
Like your job as a parent is,
Yes.
you know, and when you feel like you're failing as a parent, you don't even know if you can keep your own baby safe.
I was feeling like I couldn't do my job. I couldn't do my job.
In My Nightmare Stalker, the Eva LaRue story, streaming November 13th on Paramount+, Eva reveals she would sleep with a gun under her bed as the chilling harassment continued. It was actually a CSI Miami crew member who helped her begin to solve the case.
Our tech advisor on the show was ex-detective for LA County Sheriff's Department. He got me in touch with an agent from the FBI, and they ended up taking the case, thankfully. And then we just would hand the letters over every time they would come in. And once a year, we'd get together with our case agent, and he'd say, you know, the letters are at Quantico, and there's plenty of DNA, and there's plenty of fingerprints. But if you don't have any priors, you're not in those databases. So they can run your DNA as much as they want, but they're never gonna get a hit. Because I think it's something like almost 80% of the people in those databases are already incarcerated, and the rest are from John Doe rape kits they're waiting to get a hit on, right? That was the irony of it, is while I was on CSI Miami, I was playing a DNA detective, and in reality, the FBI did not have the actual technology that we were pretending to have on the show, and the case was unsolvable for 12 years.
Cut to 2018 when 2 FBI agents were put on the case after catching the Golden State Killer with new DNA advances and the popularity of data collection companies.
with the advent of 23andMe, Ancestry.com, GEDmatch, and these entities that didn't exist before, now there was all this DNA. And just to keep the record correct and straight, these entities do not share your DNA profiles with law enforcement. They are vaults, but the second you check the little box that says, I want to find other family members, you've now made your DNA public. They got a hit on a fifth cousin. And then they've got to do the old school detective work and go person by person. And then they've got to actually collect the DNA off of something, and they got his DNA off an Arby's straw, and that was the cross on the T.
The FBI arrested a 58-year-old Ohio man who pled guilty in 2022 to charges including stalking both women, but
it was a little heartbreaking that he only got 40 months. I mean, he terrorized us for 12 years, and there was 2 of us, and he only got 3.5 years and 3.5 years probation. We know that he stalked other people that in the end were too afraid to come forward.
So there are other people that did not come forward.
I know one actress specifically that was on One Life to Live. I'm not gonna say her name because it's not my story to tell, but I know specifically because her mom called me. And when it came time to press charges and everything, I think, and here's why I think, I'm not sure, but here's why I think that happened, because if somebody finally leaves you alone, you don't want to reincite. You don't want to poke the bear. You want to pray to God that that was a horrible chapter that you can leave in the past. So I get it if maybe he had stopped writing her at some point and she just didn't want any part of it anymore. This person gets 3.5 years, but we get a life sentence of fear. Because it doesn't just go away. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't just go away. The shocking statistic is that of all the women that are murdered in the United States, 86% were stalked first.
And when he got released, it just reinstilled the fear in me. And unfortunately, you know, not only could it happen again through him, but it could happen again through anybody. I could be 40 years old and it could be, you know, someone I know. And 67% of people who are stalked know who their stalker is, which is crazy. And 1 in 3 women are stalked, and 1 in 6 men are stalked. And the numbers are just so high that it could happen again, and it just brings back a bit more of my anxiety. But I can't live my life in fear, and so I try to live every day choosing to go outside, choosing to live my life as I want to, so.
Well, then what advice would you give to others who are in this position?
What we really are pushing for is a national database for it, because especially domestic violence victims, their perpetrators move states, have new relationships. If you have an obsessive personality like that, it doesn't stop because you stalked one person one time. And when those people are mobile and can move to any state, I think that there needs to be a database so that people are held accountable and that they are trackable and traceable.
Okay, how has this changed you and your mom's relationship forever?
It's something that did bring us definitely a lot closer.
Your mama wrapped her arms around you for real, right?
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.